green light, red light, green light, red light, yellow light. Think back to the playground. I remember feeling the tension in the game red light, green light, the adrenaline of the sprint, the sudden freeze of the stop. The game is simple. The goal is to make it to the finish line first, where the caller is standing. The strategy to win is that you must take advantage of the green lights, moving fastest during this command. However, if you do not stop or freeze in time for a red light, the caller will have you return all the way back to the start line. In the game of modern life, we have deleted a color. We treat our bodies like a binary switch. We are either sprinting at full speed, green light, or we are broken down and forced to stop, red light. We have forgotten the yellow light, the space of intentional caution and proactive calibration. I see this game as symbolic. This game is the metaphor for the connection between colors and health. This game represents how society has conditioned us to live in certain speeds and be products of our environment. The alarm clock goes off, 15 phone calls, 6 voicemails, 17 meetings. Who has time for a lunch break? 18-hour workday, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Rather than taking control of the wheel ourselves. As an interior designer, I live in color. Color is my language. Color is my life. I see and experience the world through color, and through color, I understand the world. The human eye sees over 1 million colors. We receive messages from color our whole lives. We feel calm with the blue of the ocean, enlightened and empowered with purple, more tender with pink, and energetic and optimistic with orange. We also receive messages from green, yellow, and red through traffic lights, which demonstrates that the game we once played on the playground is one that we are still playing, without even realizing it. In 1914, the world's first electric traffic light with colors green and red was installed in Cleveland, Ohio. In 1923, Garrett A. Morgan patented the 3-way color traffic light, integrating the color yellow. Morgan's invention added the 3rd color for caution, making him the inventor of the yellow light. Before Morgan's invention, traffic signals switched from green to red without warning. That lack of an intermediate step often led to collisions because drivers, they didn't have enough time to react to the sudden change. Can you imagine how dangerous driving was before the yellow light existed? The switch between green and red is too abrupt. It is the same way for our health. Then why is it that we've deleted the yellow light when it comes to our own lives? I used to be the textbook version of society's green light living. I was an overachiever, workaholic, and entrepreneur at 25. My self-worth was wrapped up in society's propaganda. I suppressed years of childhood trauma and distracted myself by the speed in which I was traveling. More work, less sleep. More work, less fun. More work, less health. At the age of 31, I hit a life-altering, abrupt red light. Lyme disease was the red light that changed the course of my life. When I couldn't get out of bed and no amount of rest or sleep were enough, I realized that I was a part of the problem. I had allowed society to push me into the green light, and I had sacrificed myself. When I lost my health and my energy, my alarm clock didn't matter. My calendar didn't matter. My overflowing inbox, it did not matter, because when I almost lost everything, nothing else mattered. Lyme disease was the only thing that got me to stop, learn, listen, and slow down. Now rest no longer makes me cringe or feel lazy and unproductive, because I learned through this experience that productivity does not equal self-worth. After 4 years of fighting for my life and 2.5 years of being in remission, I must stay here in the yellow. I discovered a yellow light because I hit a red light. Living exclusively in the green is only a direct flight to the red. Burnout, injury, chronic illness. In health, red isn't a choice, it's a crash. In the green, you are controlled by the clock. In the red, you are controlled by the crisis. In the yellow, you are the one in control. Let me paint a picture. Green is go, 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 reach, 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 more, 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 hustle culture, checklist, goal setting, overbooked and overextended. There is no time to stop. Green light. Picture your green lights. Make note of them. The light changes. Red is stop, stop, stop. The thief of momentum, speed, and time, hijacked health and kidnapped joy, an empty tank. Red light. Picture your red lights. Have you overslept an alarm because you're exhausted? Have you taken stress home because you didn't realize you were bringing it into your relationships? Have you overbooked yourself because you're overworked and overwhelmed? Have you felt stress show up in your body where you've lost control? The light changes. Yellow is slow, slow, slow down, girl. And you, sir. Caution. Feel. Heal. Be. I am here. I am present. I am healthy. Yellow light. Do you know what yellow feels like? Green is society's propaganda, and red is society's purgatory. 2025 data indicates that chronic stress and overworking are primary drivers of global health crises. 66% of workers admit that they do not dedicate enough time to their personal lives, even though they understand the importance of work-life balance. 75% of the global population is projected to live with at least one chronic illness. 85% of the workforce has experienced burnout and exhaustion. Depression rates in young adults under the age of 30 have nearly doubled, from 13% in 2017 to nearly 27% in 2025. The global economy loses an estimated $1 trillion annually from anxiety and depression stemming from chronic stress. Globally, we are less productive, less profitable, and certainly less happy living in those green light conditions. I know this. We need our yellow. Yellow is the first color the human eye notices. That's why we use it to grab immediate attention on taxis, school buses, caution tape, and warning signs on the road. In nature, it is used as a warning to help predators know that an animal may be dangerous or poisonous. In the late 1860s, Florence Nightingale revolutionized hospital design by advocating that the color yellow be used on the walls for its healing power. When we see the color yellow, our bodies physically respond. Our brain cells are stimulated, our memory is enhanced, and our spirits are lifted. Then why is it that we've ignored the yellow light when it comes to our own health. I experienced the yellow firsthand in November 2020. I traveled to the rainforests of Costa Rica only 12 days after the border had reopened. There was pure nature, clean air, fresh food, and I witnessed a simple lifestyle built around the color yellow. Their pace, it's slower there. Their Pura Vida lifestyle, well, it must be working, because a large area of Costa Rica is considered to be one of the world's 5 original blue zones. A blue zone is a demographically confirmed, geographically defined area where people live longer and measurably happier lives than the global average. In Costa Rica, they understand the yellow light. In order to find your yellow light, you must proceed with intentional caution and proactive calibration. Caution in the yellow is strategic awareness and prevention, moving slowly enough to see the obstacles before you hit them. Caution in the yellow is resting, not because you are tired, but so that you do not become tired. It is allowing yourself at least one day a week without setting an alarm to give your mind and body a break and the opportunity to refuel. Yellow is saying no, period. It is blocking off time on your calendar for self-care every day and putting yourself on your own calendar. Yellow is leading with caution, making a part of your daily routine rather than reacting to the downfall. Calibration is checking if your current output matches your current capacity, honoring movement rather than speed and intensity. Calibration is trading in your 100% sprint for your 80% pace, because yellow isn't about maxing out, it's about checking within. It's about choosing a 20-minute stretch when your body says no to the gym, choosing a 20-minute walk when your brain says no to the keyboard, and choosing to set an alarm at a social event because your social battery is running on low. Calibration is where we stop forcing the outcome and we start honoring the engine. I do not want you stuck in traffic. I want you seeing where you are in color. I want you asking yourselves, what color am I living in right now? I do not want you on autopilot driving through a green light. I do not want you speeding through a yellow light, treating caution as an inconvenience. And I do not want you broken down at a red light because you chose to ignore all the warning signs, like I did. Next time you feel that internal yellow, that flashing light, fatigue, stress, that message from your body, don't speed up to beat the light. Slow down with intentional caution and proactive calibration. Yellow isn't stopping. It is the only color that gives you the opportunity to have control over the outcome. When it comes to your health, yellow isn't a delay. It's the only reason you will make it to the finish line.